What's the motherfucking deal? Hope everybody is having a good evening. I know a lot of y'all checking out the Stros game. Some of y'all might be watching the Rockets. I know we have varying opinions on sports preferences. So, you know, this is why we are HTOWN Sports tonight, but it's fucking Friday. So I already know I want to see what the first fuck 'em is gonna be. I have a good feeling as to what that may be. Let me see what's going on this shit here, Trip. There we go. Fuck the Dodgers. All right. Yeah. Fuck the motherfucking Dodgers. Coming to LA, bringing fucking In-N-Out burgers and shit. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. VD Child, what's the motherfucking deal? Hope you're having a good evening. McNair tripping with the statement. Man, I think he was definitely, there we go. I figured there'd be a few fuck McNairs in there. And dude, yeah, he was definitely tripping with himself. Thomas Lee, Ray, what's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, I gotta stay saucy, man. Mr. Killer KB, what's the motherfucking deal? Man, that boy McNair was tripping, man. Now, man, 1676, what's the deal? Pigskin Pete, what's the motherfucking deal? Omar, what's the motherfucking deal? Anthony, Big Murder B, yes sir. You know, so look. When whenever I get rid of these dreads, I'm gonna give me some of that Yuli. Fuck the Hornets. Wise, what's the motherfucking deal? Dewey, what's the motherfucking deal? Steve J, what's shaking? What is the motherfucking deal? Oh, yes sir. Yes sir. Oh, and the okay, I'm about to say, and the base is loaded. Yeah. Oh, I think we finna do a little something. Let me go ahead and change that on the let me change the info. We up to nothing. I don't know. I ain't even tuned back in at the Rockets game was going into the fourth quarter. I ain't even tuned back to, man, because I have to stream during the World Series, man. You know what I'm saying? I meant to catch it earlier, but I had to go take care of some things, you know, some other stuff. But if y'all been following along, you know, on Twitter, I be talking shit. I be sipping my chocolate milk when the Astros play. I don't have my adult beverage yet. Man, what happened? A car ran into the studio, and now that's part of it is damaged, so it has to get repaired. I mean, I could kind of still use it, but it's a lot of outside noise and shit that you get in there. Yes, fuck the Warriors. You better get some Domino's. So who's the best, Domino's, Pizza Hut, or Papa John's? What is the sauce preference? Who has the best pizza sauce out of the Papa John's, Domino's? Or some of y'all might be going to Little Caesars and shit and fucking Little CC shit. Boy say fuck Oakland as a whole. Pizza Hut, man, look, Pizza Hut didn't start coming through in the clutch. I used to be a Domino's dude, man. And when they started putting the little garlicky stuff on, I was fucking with it. But Pizza Hut stepped their game up, started changing all the crusts up. Ooh, that boy say with Alfredo sauce and cheddar cheese. That sounds like a real pasta dish, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, I feel sorry for you, Mr. Lee. You don't rock with Papa John's? I like that Papa John's garlic, the little garlic sauce, man. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with that garlic sauce. So, as I'm trying to, you know, while the Astros at bat, I gotta be kind of slow boogie. But so how do y'all really feel about the no shit? I gotta tune back into the Rockets. I don't want to turn away from the Stros game to look at the Rockets. But so let's talk about that Bob McNair situation. Just for a little bit. You know, it's been talked about all day. I know it's been talked into the ground. But, hey, I fuck with Little Caesars. Hey, look, trust me. Hey, they had a $5 when they got like a $6. They got that little deep dish. I fuck with Little Caesars, babe. Little Caesars $20 pizza party. What you talking about, babe? Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I know a lot of people getting mad and getting offended at that statement. You know, it was stupid. It was stupid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It was a stupid as fuck statement. But, you know, after really just kind of mulling it over, you know, looking at things and not making excuses for it, I truly honestly don't think that he meant it in a racist way. Because I've heard the statement before multiple times applied in different business situations. But it was more like the asylum, letting it wasn't the inmates. It was a different term that he was like letting the loonies take over the asylum in a sense. But that's what I'm saying. That what you got to realize is what he just did as a businessman was damage his brand. And that's my biggest take. You know what I'm saying? And that shit just called the splash, and now everybody opened their mouth. Everybody on the motherfucking West Coast got something to say, from Seattle to Draymond Green whack ass. This shit, you play basketball. Y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want. Y'all ain't got shit to do with football. All right, boy. Oh shit, 3-0. Hold on, let me make sure we update it. And so yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So you know, people want to say, oh, the players are hurting the brand. He did the same thing in a sense by saying it because you want to bring the best talent that you can, no matter how good the coaching is, no matter how good the rest of the talent is. Now you got guys who gonna sit there and say, okay, they might be up for contract. You may have guys who are like, man, I like what they got going down over there. Then you know, Deshaun Watson is balling, but that motherfucking owner, he kind of, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? So I think he did more damage to his brand than kneeling did for anybody else. And that's exactly what they do. And yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what pissed me. If I was the Texans, I wouldn't even play. You know, I know they contract, you know, if it was guaranteed, I would play. Man, shut the fuck up. Because Seahawks really don't want it, man. Yeah, I don't believe he's a racist, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's what I mean. The shit been out. Like I say, you know, he should be smarter than that as a businessman. You must be aware that the players are the major part of your brand. And when the shit you saying is going to affect whether or not they want to, you know, new players are going to want to fuck with you. Because it's please believe it's receivers in this league who looking at what's going on down here and wondering how they could make it shake. But, excuse me. But now you got them second guessing that type of shit. I wouldn't be surprised, man. Like I say, ESPN, you know, that's that type of market that they're looking for. You know, they looking for some shit like that to talk about. You know, you know, they need some drama, and I hate it. I hate it because, like I say, it's a crucial game coming up off of a bye week. You know what I'm saying? When it could have been dropped, y'all could have said that shit when we was on the bye week. You know, so you're telling me that's the biggest message that came out of this whole players meeting? Y'all saved this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, to me, it was well calculated. You know what I mean? And that shit, man. Hey, Pigskin Pete, you said it perfect, babe. Too old to understand the way the game go. Hey, motherfucking me. You know what I'm saying? You on point, man. You said he didn't think it would have this. He knew it was gonna have this motherfucking impact. You already know what it is, man. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, but I'm saying we don't need no more. But I'm just saying, you know, I'm just throwing a receiver out there because, you know, Deshaun Watson making a shake, and we got some talented guys. But as far as offensively, we're fairly set. But you can see defense by anybody though, period, who like what we have going on as a team, they're gonna second guess it because of that situation. You know, the owner feels like, you know, this, that, and the third. I truly don't feel like it was fucking stupid. You know what I mean? So a lot of people trying to, oh, he's this, and man, you know, it is what it is. But my prediction for the game, I had like I think like a 2-touchdown lead. I felt like, but I don't know, man. Like I said, because I don't know the spirit of the team right now. I think the person who's winning out of most of this shit, man, that would be dope. Sell like and own it like Green Bay does. That would be dope. But yeah, it really is. But here's my thing: is that, like I say, oh man, these Rockets finna roll, man. This game, it's finna be game time. Send them motherfuckers some Whataburger and make them, you know what I'm saying, get them up. But Fairbairn the GOAT. I just think it's gonna be a little bit something different. But I think here's what I really feel. You know, all bullshit to the side. I think the players gonna come out there and play for BOB. You know, Let me change that. Let me change the info. But I think that these guys will come out and play for BOB. You know what I mean? And I think they like what they got going. I don't think that they're gonna. Man, I'd want to trade. I think they're gonna come out and play for BOB. You know, I think if what's the name wants to fix this entire situation, he's gonna have to come out and I think he's, like I was chopping it with Jose earlier. You know what I'm saying? I think that not BOB, to smooth this shit over with. Like I say, the optics, you know what I mean, of how everything looks. Extend a hand, have a personal meeting behind closed doors with the players. Fuck the media, and it's none of their fucking business about what happens in there. And come on, them boys ain't playing tonight. Hey, you finna send them hoes. Oh, words. I didn't know if he was there, but here's my thing. But let me tell you who's winning right now. The motherfucker who is winning right now because of this situation is fucking Dwayne Brown, dog. Dwayne Brown. Yeah, I saw that fucking shit, that Marcel Darius shit. Dwayne Brown is winning because all the talk was about his motherfucking ass. I don't know. I mean, I gotta see what the talk is. Well, I gotta see what the players are saying. But I just don't see it. I think we still win that game. You know, because I'm mad because I really want to. We talking about Bob. You know what I'm saying? Dwayne actually kept the players at practice. Really? Okay, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, but the thing is though, he's winning because all the negative. You know, it was 50-50. You know, some people were half happy, half were upset. But still, even with that half of a fan base upset, that's more of a fan base than is usually upset with any player. And, you know what I'm saying? But I don't even think it was that. Because like I say, I feel like there's a lot of owners with that mentality. Because you got to think about it. These men most of them are self-made billionaires. And you have to have a certain mentality. And you look at people as a whole as a commodity. You know, it's not just these athletes for this team on, but as they've came up through the ranks, like I tell you, I study a lot of businessmen. Because I'm telling you, one day y'all tell y'all, I'm gonna see it. And when we do, we're gonna have a big ass sauce party. When we hit that 8 figures, we're gonna have a sauce celebration. You know what I'm saying? But now I didn't hear what the Eagles on there saying. But here's the thing: how would y'all feel if if they Donald Sterling him, and I'm not hoping that happens. If they Donald Sterling him, make him come off the team, and Tillman Fertitta picks up picked up the Texans too. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I don't want to be in no politics, but I appreciate that. I don't think about it would be a whole different vibe, man. Now that shit, I fuck with that. Look, first thing you got to do is you got to let me be the one to fire Rick Smith. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm sipping on the chocolate milk. You say? Now I can see that too. You know, just saying, you know, maybe, you know, and just kind of take over as the face and you know, Bob kind of fall back. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let's smoke the blunt. Hey, Wise, you know, matter of fact, I appreciate that recommendation. I'm thinking I'm gonna make a move on some of that Ethereum. I'm definitely looking at John Doe Make Mo. Happy belated birthday. That's my brother, man. Happy belated birthday. And I meant to get at you, man. I appreciate you following through. So I hope you had a good one. I hope the little one had a good one. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you're enjoying these games right now. I don't think it's gonna affect the whole season. So you he's a walking talking douche. Now Tillman be saying some off the wall shit. I think he's gonna have a couple of comments before it's all said and done that may pop up like that. You say it's gonna drop down? Well, then I'll wait in the next 2 weeks before I bust that move. But I'm definitely been paying some attention to it. You know, so I want to look at that. So you said slow down on that? Okay. But so I'm just curious, man. Like I don't know. I really want to see how the players react because what Spurs? I want to change to the game. I want to change to the Rockets game, but now I'm like, because I just want to see what's going on. But shit, these Astros, they fucking lighting this shit up, man. Okay, man. Why we gonna have to chop it up, man? That's the type of shit I be on, man. Like I say, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do on some next level shit, try to change the things now. But I'm like, cause these motherfuckers are competitors, dog. Like, you know, regardless of what, you know, regardless of what, you know what I'm saying, McNair said, you want a chance to go out there and compete against, you know, one of the best defensive league. You want to go out there and clown. You know what I'm saying? I know Watson want to go out there and show Russell Wilson up. You know. Oh yeah, they working it. Speaking of Russell Wilson, I think Russell Wilson is like the lamest dude in the NFL, dog. Like, yeah, I mean, some of y'all saw the video. You know, that dude there, I understand the Christian aspect of it. I understand, you know, wanting to wait till marriage. But, one, I don't know, man. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're a religious person, and I understand I was raised very religiously and things like that, but I definitely strayed way away from that shit. But, and so I'm not knocking that. If you're true to that shit, you know, that's I respect it. If you're disciplined about your shit. But yeah, he's up there. He's up there on the KD lane. I mean, I don't know. KD's super lame because KD talks to himself. So I don't think man thinks what's the motherfucking deal. You think, man, I think so too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I had to question my boy Future about fucking with Sierra though, but I know they say she chose him and no, listen, you know, it could be good for your career if that's the thing. But that bitch is like, I don't see it, dog. Like, I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I gotta get on Wilson just a little bit. Yeah, but I just don't see it. Like, look, you got a whole kid, you got a whole situation. VD Child, man, thank you very much, man. Hey, I appreciate you following through, man. I was always welcome to come through, but I definitely appreciate that, man. But the way I feel about Russell Wilson, Max Gomez, what's the motherfucking deal? That dude's a lame. He can play some ball, dog, but he's just real suspect, dog. He's real suspect. Not too late. We only been going about 15 minutes. I'm gonna try to go a little bit for a little while. I believe he's suspect. You know, Russell Wilson might be on that DJ Envy. You know what I'm saying? he might have been in Sierra DMs with that DJ Envy shit, man. I don't know. That's what I say, man. A lot of people been telling me that shit, even with the little notification things on, that they still ain't been getting the shit. I can tell you, YouTube hate me though. Hey Trillia, man, I appreciate that. I need to get on it. I've been on hiatus for a while, but I definitely need to get on it then, real soon. I might try to knock one out tomorrow. But I think Russell Wilson's super suspect, dog. Like, why? I mean, it's used goods, dog. Like, you know, I can understand if, you know, this was some brand new shit for her. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no previous marriage situation. It wasn't no extra shit going on. Like, but you just made a whole big deal, put this broad on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't it ain't nothing to put on a pedestal. It's just like, she built like a receiver, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, man, you know, I know people was crunk about that, a word? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's just, I know people was talking about that one video where she was so-called popping something, but she, what ass? She ain't working with nothing. She ain't working with nothing, dog. Like, she got negative ass, dog. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know. They might be out in the backyard playing catcher, so I don't know what the fuck they got going on, man. But That might just be a cover up. You know what I'm saying? She get to get that status like she married, and he get to, you know what I'm saying, have that image or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I just think Russell's suspect, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she in the negative. Look, she got to file some taxes on that ass. So she had to. You know what I'm saying? They filed some back taxes on that ass and came and got that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, DeAndre, why you wasn't at practice, man? What happened, man? Why you wasn't at practice today, dog? A Harden knocked down a triple-double? Oh, this is a game damn near over with. And that's what I'm saying, man. I know that they said there ain't no timetable on the Chris Paul thing, and that's a little worrisome. But like I said, I'm still not worried about it because the Rockets were without Chris Paul. I still feel like we're an upgraded team without Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? It's still an upgraded Rockets team being led by Harden. And then when he comes back, that's just going to be that much better. You know what I'm saying? To keep the flow going. So I'm not worried at all, man. I'm trying to see that. I was trying to see if Harden gave whatchamacallit any if he gave Howard any love, but I don't know if unless I missed it, I ain't see it. You know what I'm saying? How about the rise of Clint Capella, dog? Like, I'm telling you, I've been a Capella fan since, you know what I'm saying, since that year I first saw him play, because the energy he plays with. But his skill set has been improving and developing every year. And then right now, I mean, he's playing. Well, I don't know his stat line from this game, but I know last game he played lights out. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something about Wilson. This is what I noticed about Wilson. Wilson is very, very susceptible to turnovers. Like that one in the, of course, the fucking Super Bowl, which was a stupid call. But if you watch like that Giants game where they just played, a lot of them passes could have been intercepted. He takes a lot of really close risk. And just, I mean, if the talent level was just that much better, it would have been a lot of interceptions. And in that Giants game, they started like at the 40 damn near all game. And they couldn't get in the end zone until late in the third. You know what I'm saying? And then they started making some plays. But I'm not concerned about the Seahawks like that. Now, my concern is the attitude of the Texans players when they go into this game. And if they are of the mindset of, you know, fuck the bullshit with McNair, that we come here to win because we come here to play for the motherfuckers in this locker room, you know, for these coaches and shit. Watson kind of does what his throws too low key. Oh, no, a little bit, but see, Watson does take some risks. But see, we can call that rookie mistakes. Wilson has been in the league for a few years, man. Max Gomez, I appreciate that, man. You seen him play? Oh, hey, what's the man? You coming out from Germany? Okay, Germany. Hardenstein. Didn't Hardenstein come out of Germany too? Let me know if you saw some of him. So shit, that's what's up. Shout out to Germany. When I grow up, I want to get my suit game like Calvin Murphy. Then that's when you know you made it, babe. That's when you know you made it. See, that's what they need to do. They need to pull an okie doke on Seattle. You know what I'm saying? We need to pull an okie doke on Seattle by making it seem like they're not gonna want to play. Seattle gonna come out there lax with their guard down and then just bust their motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Seattle, shit. You know what I'm saying? All that hype. They, you know, ever since Lynch been gone, it ain't been the same shit. You know what I mean? No, yeah, that's the one thing though. He better ease up on that shit. Yeah, and I could agree with that art of dialogue. That's what I say. I feel the same. Like I was real confident coming in this week because, like I said, we're coming off a bye week. You got guys coming back healthy. You've given yourself 2 weeks to game plan for Seattle. And then Friday, this fucking report comes out. And then now everything's in disarray. You know, you got what, 48 hours or so to try to, you know, mend some things to try to get everything in in order. Oh man, I believe it. I'm telling you, like, he's just that dude. You know, there's nothing wrong with being a good guy. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's just sometimes, like, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Like, even J.J. Watt don't be that good. You know, J.J., when he get on the field, J.J. turned into a real asshole. You know what I'm saying? He be out there, you know, talking shit, cussing, and doing all that. You know, he has his image for the media. But when he's on the field, he get real. I feel like Wilson just be on some old buddy shit, helping motherfuckers up and shit. Yeah. Oh yeah, all day. Yeah, if Sherman gets on full, it's gonna be a game over with because shit, who is that on the Giants almost work? Because like I say, the Giants made them work, and they had the Giants have no receivers. That's what I'm saying, no receivers. Like some no-name dudes that they picked up off the street. You know what I'm saying? They might have drafted some niggas who still in college and suited them up and lined them up on Sunday, then sent them back to school. Like it was some nobodies out there. You know what I'm saying? So shit, you know, like I say, I'm not worried about Sherman necessarily. You know, he's just out there talking shit. They so worried about shit talking. You know, I'm not concerned. Like I say, I'm gonna try to stay confident that the Texans are about winning and not gonna let this get to them. But you know, like I said, I mentioned this shit before that, you know, I'm actually surprised that all this happened because when all the protests and all that shit was going on, everybody around the league was doing something and talking something, but that you never saw anything coming out of the Texans organization, nothing coming out of Texas camp. You know, McNair's made the statements before about, you know, he wants everybody standing. And so, you know, I knew what his mindset would be, but I think he just made a real flub, you know what I'm saying? And shit. So it was stupid as fuck. I don't hate the dude for it, but yeah, you definitely put a dent in the franchise, and it's gonna something dramatic is gonna have to happen for that to be fixed. Oh yeah, I'd love to see that lane. They got another little young dude. Who's that other little young dude the Seahawks got that is pretty solid? Who am I worried about most honestly? Baldwin. Just because sometimes our secondary can get real suspect. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely on that defense. Offensively, I think Baldwin, because Baldwin can do some things. And you know that we occasionally can have those lapses in the secondary. So that's something that concerns me a little bit. Who's that other little running back they got? Is that who I'm thinking of? They got a little running back who's kind of nice. I'm not sure what his that's funny as shit. Man, I could believe it. That's why I say if the Texans want to get right, they're gonna have to do some damage control. They're gonna have to turn they're gonna have to go into full PR mode and clean it up. You know, because we live in this society where, one, I hate apologies. You know what I mean? If you say something, stand on it, mean it. I hate the fact that we have to apologize for everything. You know what I mean? Because you said it, you meant it. You know what I mean? It's like, it is what it is. You know, it wasn't the smartest thing to do. It was fucking stupid, but you know, that's what you meant. You know, and I hate the fact that, you know, people always have to rescind statements and we have to make apologies because people get offended by everything. And one of them got hurt. So, I'm tripping. The game over. I ain't switched back to the Stros game. I'm over here talking and tripping with myself. So I don't know, man. We don't have to see what happens. I don't think anything major is gonna happen until after the game. Oh shit, I don't like this. So we got. See, this is like this right now. They're scared because all it's gonna take is one yak and then they back in the motherfucking game with no outs. That's a scary position to be in. Yeah, Lacey, I'm not too worried about. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker there, he a big body, but I just ain't too worried about him. I think yeah, they're saying it, and it's trending towards Brown playing. And yeah, there we go. Big plays. There we go. Yes, sir. There we go. Now I feel a little bit better. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that the Jags are getting more and more talented right now. But Foreman is getting better. I think this is the game, like I say. But Foreman didn't. Hey, but that's another thing. Foreman didn't go to practice either. Like Nuck didn't show up, and Foreman didn't show up. Yeah, that's how, man. That's what I feel, man. I'm just like, you know, that's like even with the Sauce, like, why, you know, it's gonna be people who just not gonna fuck with me, but I don't really give a fuck because I gotta be, you know, I gotta have my vibe, and I'm not, you know, I'm gonna say some shit, and people gonna say, oh man, you say some shit that may be considered misogynistic. Well, if that's the case, it is. I am. You know, it is what it is. Like, I don't feel that way. I got respect for women, but shit, I like fucking looking at women's bodies, and I'm gonna say things that may be examined, if they may be considered whatever. Oh well, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, fuck it. It just is what it is. It was 1-0 something for to 90 something. Matter of fact, I got to go back and check my prediction. It might have been pretty close to that. I got to see what I had predicted on that thing. I think I said 1-0 something to 90 something. Hold on, let me hit that C button. So like I say, man, like I say, it was just it was stupid. But then I also feel like it was partially a setup. You know what I mean? Like, they got one of them. So what was the final score from the Stros, the other game? See, we get that rematch against Memphis tomorrow. It was 109-93. So, like I say, man, it's just, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think anything happens before the Seattle game, but next week something gonna shake. But like I said, the reason I feel like it's a setup, because that whole article that came out, that was the whole main thing that everybody harped on. That easily could have came out last week during the bye week when it's been written, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, Kevin Johnson back. But that shit could have been came out, and this issue could have been resolved before this week even started, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Like I said, we just gonna have to see how it plays out. You know, I know we have a divided fan base, and is he gonna be active? You know, because I like the kid. Like I said, you know, he's had some height. He brings a little bit to the table, but I don't know if he's just quite all the way ready yet. But I like what he does though. Who we let go of? Who was that? Burley, and picked up. Who was the other guy we picked up? Jenkins, something like that. I'm not sure. I'm laughing at Duck Scout, man. You talking about the Jenkins or Gilchrist? I don't know where Jenkins came from. Jelani Jenkins. Okay. Yeah. So like I say, man, it's just. And then they saying Dylan Cole. Man, that's what I'm excited about. They saying Dylan Cole is back on track to get back ahead of schedule, and that's exciting. That's what you want, because Dylan Cole was hey, that motherfucker's gonna be before it's all said and done. We may not be feeling too bad if we end up letting go of Cushion in the near future, because that dude is nice. The dude is nice, dog. Like I you know, undrafted free agent, you know, didn't get invited to the combine, didn't really get a lot. You just kind of like, you know, is he, you know, he's making a little. That dude is ready. He's ready, dog. And so, man, I have no. I'm excited about seeing him coming back. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, man, YouTube hate me, but it's all good, man. We gonna keep it saucy, man. We ain't even tripping on that. So, like I say, man, right now though, you know, the overall vibe of the city was good. It's crazy how, but this is the national media, and this is what they do. That this story about Bob McNair is the biggest thing that everybody's talking about. We got a fucking World Series game in Houston going on right fucking now. If Earl Thomas don't play, it's game over. If Earl Thomas don't play, it's game over. Yeah, and I'm serious. I really feel that way. Those writers, I got to figure out where those writers from. We gotta see what's shaking. But like I said, I like Earl Thomas. Man, I'm an Earl. I like Earl Thomas. He's nice. But like I said, I feel like it was some suspect shit. But the media's focusing all on, man, it's a fucking World Series game going on in Houston right now. We just had the most exciting, you know, like I said, I'm not a baseball expert. One of the most exciting baseball game I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? The fact that it happened to be a World Series game is great, but, you know what I mean? Like, shit, it's some good shit going down. You talking about the two best teams in baseball. I know other people, well, Cleveland, you know, Cleveland had a better record. The Astros were dinged up and still got 100+ wins. You know what I'm saying? They were on fire early in the year. They were just so far ahead of everybody that those injuries, I mean, everybody was hurt at one point in time. And then everybody came back at the right time. And then, you know, shit, you see what it was. Once everybody came, but everybody was, you see what it is. Exactly. And, you know, Bill O'Brien had probably been in that motherfucker. He probably spent all the bye week breaking down film. You know, he spent time with Deshaun. You know, they say they were watching film on Rodgers and things like that. You feel bad for Deshaun, too, because Deshaun spent half his bye week, you know, prepping, trying to get better, trying to do things. You just, and I think it's an awkward position, especially being a rookie for him, you know, to be in with all this shit going on. So it's real strange, man. And this is why I don't feel like, and you know, because here's the thing. This is why I don't necessarily feel like what's his name was racist or it was just stupid. Because you got to think about when Cam came out, what's the first thing that owner came up to him asking about his tattoos and some other shit, some more off the wall shit. Like, to me, that shit's almost more offensive than some other. You're personally trying to tell you don't do this and don't do this because, you know, of course I'm gonna make you the face of my franchise, but I want to mold you to look a certain way. Now I don't think Cam was gonna do all that shit anyway. You know what I mean? But you know, it ain't like, you know, McNair came out and told him that, or just said some off the wall. Well, you need to do this and you need to do that, and you know what I'm saying? You know, and what are earrings? What are earrings, man? That's what I mean. Like, come on, man. But now, you know, he's saying shit about they mad about the women's statements and things like that. My thing is this. Okay. I personally thought the question that chick asked was a little awkward. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. You know, that Jacksonville going to do it. Jacksonville, one thing good about Jacksonville is their owner because he's a self-made motherfucker. That motherfucker, hey, legit. The team, fuck him. But that dude is legit self-made. Like I say, it's certain motherfuckers. It's certainly, I pay attention to certain businessmen. I can respect them as their business acumen, but fuck their teams. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, oh, definitely got to check that out. I'm supposed to link up with Jose, so I got to figure out how I'm gonna pull that one off because I definitely got to do some. I got to do some before and after game stream. I didn't even think about that shit. I got to think about that. How I'm gonna pull that one off. I did not think about that. Yeah, Con. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I say, man, I got that. Look, I got that Forbes 100th anniversary issue. And like I said, when I was getting twisted up and shit, I was just going through there, read some good shit, some good game in that motherfucker, man. Hey, good game in that bitch. So if y'all on some shit like that, definitely go check that out. Because what they did is they took like 100 of the greatest business minds today, and you know, basically just got different input in different categories and different things about them. So it's some good shit in that. Some real good nuggets. I tell you, man, I always tell people shit, a nugget of knowledge will get you further than college. Somebody give you the right piece of game, you know what I'm saying? You can take that shit and run with it and make a living. You know what I mean? So that's just how I. HTOWN Ice, what's the shaking? What's the deal? So that's just how I feel about it. So but we get back to the sports shit. But yeah, we're gonna have to start having some. We're gonna have to chop it up on some good game. But hold on, let me widen up this screen because this little C shit got the screen looking. I don't want that. Go back. There we go. But so I'm just not sure. So how do y'all feel about? Let's talk about them Rockets for a little bit. Do y'all feel like we beat Memphis tomorrow? Because I feel like Memphis got lucky. The Rockets went like 2 for 20 and down the stretch that last game. That shit's not gonna happen again. Them motherfuckers make 2 more buckets. Game is over with. The fucking ref don't get in the way of the pass. Game is over with. Harden don't have to throw them hands on Chalmers, you know what I'm saying? Game is over with. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be, hey, HTOWN, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. I was mad because I missed that last Charlo fight. Charlo twins are the real motherfucking deal, dog. Hey, if y'all don't know, y'all better keep your eyes on them, boy. Them motherfuckers are the truth, dog. I mean, the truth. I got a partner. He boxes professionally, and he's the one that put me on them from a while back. And they, shit, them boys are the truth, man. Man, yeah, and that's what I say. That the end of that last game, dog. That shit was. Like I said, I don't like to be on that shit. I like to feel like, you know, you're in control. You're in control of your destiny. So I don't like to blame refs. I don't like to you know, point fingers at that shit. I like to believe in personal power. You know what I'm saying? Like if something ever goes wrong, I'm like, man, blame me, because once you give me the blame, that means I have control over the situation. So but that situation was. It was just some fuckery going on by the refs on some of that shit. Like, you know, yeah, you got to make some of them shots at the end. Of course, you know, you like I say, you make 2 of them shots, but getting back into that momentum is damn near impossible when you have all that tomfoolery, all that crazy shit that was just happening, just a bunch of just awkward shit. You know what I'm saying? It was just some real awkward shit going on. Oh, they got a gym in Sugarland. I know. I know, old buddy. He trained out with Earl Spence up in Dallas too, with that Lines Only. And what's that shirt? What's the shirt Jamel got? He got a throw shirt that something like "Stop talking, ain't no talking" or something it is. I want to get one of them hoes. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying, look, when Joe Flacco got paid, I want to say it was either that year he got paid or maybe the year before when they won the bowl. Him and Matt Schaub had the same stats essentially. You know what I'm saying? Had the same stats essentially. And I agree with that too, Duck Scout. And the reason, like we was talking about the other day with when Coward pointed that out, you know, talking about you're basically your average. And he was talking about how Matty Ice just really had that one great year. You know what I mean? And yeah, exactly. It's just like, but you have these media darlings, you know, especially those guys who made a name for themselves in college, and then they're kind of relevant in the league. They're starting in the league, and you know, they have some elements of their play that look, man. So was Ryan Mallett balling last night? You know what I'm saying? Was Ryan Mallett balling last night? Yeah, even though he almost got his ass choke slammed, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But what happened? What happened? I mean, because I seen the score. All I know is that I had that Ravens defense on my for my fantasy. They dropped like 28 for me. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I didn't really tune into the game last night. I saw, you know, the shit where I saw Flacco getting hit. You know what I'm saying? And then I saw the thing where he got choked. And I just saw him there. And I seen like a bunch of scuffling and shit. Like I said, I really wasn't just tuned into it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man, that motherfucker couldn't wake up on time for the games in Houston. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. We gotta chop it. We gotta chop it up. When I get off of here, we gonna check that. Hell nah, I'd be dead. I ain't cutting off shit. I ain't finna do all that. If you talk about some saw, yeah, I'll be out of there. I'm just saying, look, just go ahead and kill me now. If I end up in an old Saw game, it's over with for me. You know what I'm saying? I got a question. What's the best haunted house in Houston? What's a recommended haunted house? What would y'all recommend? I'm thinking about maybe checking something out. Man, I'm tripping too. I ain't been sipping my chocolate milk when they scored. I was fucking up. The phobia. Like I said, it's been a while. Oh man, look. See, I want my experience to stay at the haunted house. If I hit that room 26, whatever come out of that is gonna stay with me for life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to. I ain't going to room 26. I don't want nothing. I'll go to room 112 before I go to room 26. Shit, fuck that. Man, it's like I said, it's been a minute since I've been to a. What? Giacomini? I like Giacomini, dog. Giacomini is a dog. Like, Giacomini be out there hoeing boys on the cool, man. He really be out there. Man, I remember when Astroworld used to have the when it used to be an Astroworld at first, and then when Astroworld used to have the little haunted house shit. Fucking, they got mad at me because I was fucking with the people like, don't touch the actors. I'm like, man, fuck y'all, dog. Christian College, what's the motherfucking deal? Geico Insurance, I mean. I like it because I seen him holding somebody down the field. He was rolling somebody around, dog. Anchors home at 1 a.m. Look, like I say, look, I'm trying to get out. You know, I want to go in, but I want to come out. You know what I'm saying? The corn maze. Yeah, hey, Astros used to be the shit, dog. I was sad. I passed through there. Dude. I was over Sunnyside earlier, and then I dipped down off of West Belford. I don't know if y'all fuck with that Cool Runnings, that Jamaican spot. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Look, after I finish this, I'm finna go ahead and I'm gonna get a little bit of Tito's. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get my children's beverage down first, and then I'm gonna get on my adult beverage. I'm pretty sure it's not a good idea to mix fucking chocolate milk and vodka, but I'll deal with that in due time. You motherfucking right. That's what I got right now, that motherfucking jerk chicken. I got half a plate left. As soon as I get off stream, I'm gonna tear into that bitch. I've never had their rotis. I don't know if they even have them whenever I go, so I'm not sure if they good or not, but I definitely want to check it out. Yeah. And I slid in that bitch today. Every time I go slide out that way to go get my hair done, I slide off to that bitch. Go get one of them jerk chickens. One of them pork ribs. Stay away from the white. Hey, I stay with that clear. I drown in the brown, man. That's why I say I don't think it's gonna be I don't think it'll be a good idea if I do that. So I may have to wait a little while before I really don't need to be drinking no dairy, period. But I'm just it's my new thing when the Astros play. I'm a fucking oh yeah, I sip drink. Oh dang. I have no problem talking about, you know, drug usage and shit. You know what I mean? Former drug usage. Really, the only thing I do now is smoke. No, not no ice. I talk about that clear liquor. Fuck no. Look, I got some almond chocolate milk. Yeah, my old lady on that. I got some of that other shit. I got the calling myself being healthy with some organic shit, but I don't believe that shit be organic. No, do not do no ice. Look, my drug usage is I've sipped, drank. I don't fuck with that news. I never really fuck with the activists. I'm talking about the real shit back in the day. Once that shit got discontinued, I really don't fuck with that shit. Nah, I definitely won't do that. That even though drink is slightly a form of heroin. But that old drink I used to fuck with. You know, I smoke. I don't really, but I've been on hiatus because, you know, my guy, he out of town, so I'm low key cooling because I be spoiled with that shit. So I'm taking the time to use that to get my shit together. I fuck with XOs before. It's been a while. Never fuck with no Molly, I don't think. Excuse me. I fuck with XO. I fuck with weed. Sip some drink. That's about the gist of it. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm not a pill person. You smoke some weed and your Uber driver was a tranny. We're gonna have to talk about that. I have tried acid. You know, matter of fact, in 8th grade, going into 9th grade, the night before football tryouts, I took some acid. And I was up all night tripping. And then took my ass to fucking tryouts. And fucking, hey, I was balling. They was shit. I played defense. They was trying to put me at a tight end. I don't fucking play offense though. Oh yeah, I think I started smoking when I was like 12 or 13. You know what I'm saying? It looked like a Lisa talk. Hey, what's the song? Dude looked like a lady. Yeah, like I said, I made it through. I survived. It wasn't smart. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I survived, and I'm here today, so it's all Gucci. I think in a controlled environment, I try that shit again. You know, it's got to be around trustworthy people and in a controlled environment. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, really, like I say, my thing of choice is just some weed. Because like I say, you get high, something happen, and you gonna come up out that shit. You know, you can blow a high real quick. You can't blow a drunk. You get on that tab, you get on a good tab and really get to rolling shit. You gonna have to deal with that And then, yeah, it is what it is. But but it's been a while since I've done it. I ain't fucking with no tab. I think it was a couple of years ago last time I think I fucked with a tab because, man, who was it? Who was it? I know a dude. It was. I'm trying to remember. It was young. I was in high school. They say like tried to cut his arm off. No, we'll not. No wet, dog. Fuck no. Motherfuckers be getting naked in the middle of the street on that wet, fighting fucking light poles and shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you can't play. Once you drunk, you out of there. You can't control that shit. I like being able to control my shit. You know what I'm saying? If you can't control your drug, don't do that shit. But yeah, motherfuckers be smoking that wet and be fucking tripping, dog. Like, fuck that. Motherfucker getting naked in the middle of the road, rolling around, fighting walls and shit, man. Man, motherfuckers be on some shit, dog, like tripping. One thing I've always wanted to try that I've never done, some mushrooms. Have some mushroom tea. You know what I'm saying? So, babe, yeah, hey, I feel you, man. I was looking some bean. Right? That Jim Beam Black, is it any good? Man, I don't want no bath sauce. I don't want nothing to do with no shit like that, dog. Motherfuckers eating people's faces off. Yeah, shrooms. That's what I said. I tried some shrooms, though. I've been curious about trying it. I haven't executed on that. That fucking man. I tried that shit, and that shit was no bueno. That fake weed, I fucked that. That fake weed is a drug, dog. What you call that shit for real? That tunchi? Fuck that. Put them on a pizza. I'm gonna have to try that shit. Them Zan, man. ESPN, no, they don't know what to do. It's good with the regular beam. Okay. Like I say, pretty good base. Oh, we got him out. Cool. Is that Puig? Man, I like a little bit of, like I said, I like if I'm gonna do some brown, I'll fuck with some I'll fuck with a little bit of Crown or something like that if I do some brown. A little Crown and Coke, something like that. But Xanax, I think if you asked about Xanax, if I ever did that shit, I wasn't much on them. Like I say, I used to have a time period where I was basically I was pushing a lot of medication, and I got in some shit for that shit. But it is what it is. You know, you learn your lessons and you move on, you grow. But I used to see how motherfuckers used to be on the pills. I ain't never fuck with that shit, dog. I took some before, and like, I think so, it was. I took some before because me and Xanax were never ever really good friends. I used to take them in college because when I wasn't smoking, you drink weed all the time and I smoke it. That pure white, that's that Jamaican shit, huh? I had some of that shit, man. That shit, I was cool on that. I think I had like a little drink of that shit. I was cool on that shit. Yeah, that's they changing it, man. Xanax makes you steal. That shit cuts off your inhibitions. You know what I'm saying? All that anxiety, since it's anxiety, but that shit cuts off your inhibitions. You take Xanax and you go to Wally World. You're gonna steal things. You're gonna steal a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? When you say flaming hot asteroids or Oreos, I don't know what that is. Like I say, but I took some Xanax one time. I did have a cocaine is a hell of a drug. I had an experience on some Xanax once, and it's still a foggy memory, but I remember smashing 2 different broads, and I thought it was in the same night, but I think I ended up popping a Xanax, smashing a chick, and I think I popped another one after that. And I guess I thought I had called another chick over that same evening, but somehow I think the shit then went to the next day. And then after all that shit, like when everything cleared up, I called the other broad, like, you know, whoop, 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 like, oh, what happened last night, blah, blah, blah. She was like, nigga, that was 2 days ago. I was like, oh, word? Man, powder. My opinions on it changed. I used to be real anti that shit, but then I had a homeboy, and this dude used to like never do any drugs. I ain't gonna name drop, but he's worked with a bunch of motherfuckers. Like, that's why I say, like, with the YouTube thing, man, and with this shit, like, this dude, like I say, this is my partner. Like, I'm talking about, like, my dog, like if I shot out to LA right now, that dude would link me up with some of the biggest YouTubers on the motherfucking platform. And like, but it's not about that. Like I say, it's about building my own thing. Cause he fucks with the Pauls, he fucks with the who's that FaZe Banks dude. He's done work with the Vitali dude and all that type of shit. Like a lot of people. So he does a lot of work with that. But anyway, that dude has been a grinder his whole life. You know, went got his degree, done a bunch of shit. I mean, like he just on his grind has a dream. Done a couple of little movies and shit like that. And you know, he came back to town one time and he was fucking. He was like, man, you know what? Get a little bit of powder. And that was back when I was fooling around with all kind of off the wall shit. So I got him stuff, but he was tuning it up. And like I say, this is a person that I respect. Cause like I say, I respect his grind. I know he's not just he just not out of there. He just don't go crazy on the shit. He know how to cut it off. And so it gave me a different perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, ain't never really been my thing. Maybe if I'm gonna set myself a financial goal, and if I reach that, I'm gonna check it out. And I appreciate you for following through, Max Gomez. You know, any type of stream on, man, come through, and it's all good. It's all love, man. Do I watch porn? Of course I watch Pornhub. Absolutely watch Pornhub. I might have fucking been on Pornhub once. Had to get the video removed. We ain't gonna talk about that though. That's for a whole nother time and place. I'd rather not do none of that. That sounds like a whole bunch of problems. I don't want to do nothing to my dick. I don't want to do nothing with no dude's thighs either. I don't want nothing to do with none of that. I want no parts of that shit, man. But yeah, man. So like I say, so I'm what we got? We got a couple more. We've been going about 56. I'm gonna push it to the we're gonna push it to the hour mark, maybe go a little bit before I get up out of here. I got a couple of things I want to go work on, but y'all already know I love fucking with y'all, man. Like I say, y'all make my evening, man. Sometimes I be having some little so days, man. Man, let me tell you something. The very last high school football game I played was against Pearland, and I tore a ligament in my knee. And played that whole fucking game, early like in the first quarter. I was a solid player because actually my best friend's dad was cool with the star running backs pop. They used to do some things back in the gap, make some moves and shit. But you know, that's old shit we ain't gonna get into. But they were business partners, and so he had told me, man, like he said that whole game plan was to run the ball away from my senior year. Like I don't think anyone ran the ball to my side like a whole, like no bullshit, not bragging. Like that shit was shut down. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it was. They was just say run away from me, and that was it. And but anyway, I ended up hearing my leg, and I was like, man, coach, I heard something. Built new blind back. But and I'm like, oh man, I said I felt something pop, but when it popped, it didn't even feel like it popped in my knee. It felt like it was something in my foot. And man, I played that whole game, and as the game was going on, it was like I was getting less and less mobility in my leg and shit. And they ended up telling me, oh man, you know, the trainer, oh, you just pulled a hamstring, that's all it was. You know, I'm on crutches and I'm doing all this other shit for a couple of weeks. I think it was like the Thanksgiving break. I'll come back to school and shit. I ain't never really go to the doctor. I was just like, fuck it. Then I ended up getting into a car accident. They did some x-rays and shit. The doctor's like, hey man, you know, you tore a ligament in your knee. And I was like, no shit. He's like, but it's too late to get surgery. It's already healing up and shit. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, there's a slight tear in that bitch. I'm like, man, them hoes told me I had a fucking injured hamstring. Cause I tried to fucking, cause you know, right after football season is basketball season. That was my senior year. I was going to go play ball. Basketball coach was mad at me. He thought I was quitting and shit. Like, I'm like, man, I'm seriously injured here. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it was. Didn't fuck up no, you know, scholarship offers or nothing. So that was cool. But, you know, man. But see, back in the day, concussions, man, I remember getting concussions and going back in the game. Like, it wasn't no concussion protocol. It wasn't no shit like that. I remember getting a concussion in my spring ball game and driving to a party after that shit. Man, I used to have to play center And I was like one of the tallest dudes in school, you know what I'm saying? So, like I say, and now that, you know, you look back on it and you know all the knowledge that they have about concussions, I know that shit that affected my mentality. That's why I'm halfway thrown off now, shit. But I ain't tripping. It is what it is. Oh, shit, oh, shit. Man, I'm going to tell y'all a funny story because I was getting recruited by, who was looking at me? It was a guy from University Louisiana Lafayette. Now, it was not no big name school. It wasn't no nothing. I didn't take an official visit, but I went on an unofficial visit. Hoes. Whoo. But we ain't gonna talk about that. That man, anyway, I'm gonna remind me one day we'll talk about that shit. But that motherfucker, I didn't realize he was doing a bunch of, let me see, said on concussions or shrooms. Really? Really? I'm gonna have to, like I say, man, I'm gonna have to, like I say, man, I'm gonna have to check that out, man. But that's interesting to know. Okay, I didn't know you were in the Marines. That's what's happening. Man, I have an old tape on another channel, but it's like the quality's so bad. It was from like some VHS shit, so that tells you know how old I is. Okay, well shit, I'm gonna check that out. Pigskin Pete, man, I appreciate you following through, man. Okay, so I'm gonna try some of that. I might look. I'm telling you, I might need some of that because I know I done had some dings in the head. I probably need a little bit of that. But Sauce Society, I've been saying I'm gonna do it because I'm trying to figure out the angle. Because I almost want to talk about all kind of new shit on Sauce Society, but then it's just I don't know. I got to figure out exactly how I'm gonna target that. Because it's just some crazy shit that goes on. And sometimes it'd be some other shit I want to speak on. Man, did y'all hear this story? And this is the last thing I'm finna say, I promise, before I get up out of here. This has nothing to do with sports. But did y'all hear about that couple in Iowa who left their fucking kid in the fucking swing? And they found that not the motherfucker, I don't even want to call the kid a motherfucker. These motherfuckers was basically living with the kid and they just left him in there. The baby was infested with fucking maggots. Like, that's how fucking that shit, that shit right there, I would personally volunteer to be the executioner. So I don't need no shots, no nothing, no just let me do my thing. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, like, I don't have any. My old lady got one and I treat her like my own. Like, I can't imagine, you know what I'm saying? I can't imagine, you know, after developing this relationship, because at first I'm trust me, kids was not as much. Look, that was like a no-go for me. But just me and my old lady, we vibed so well. I was like, I give it a shot, and you know, it turned into what it is. But I can't imagine. Like I say, she's not even my flesh and blood, but I treat her like mine. I couldn't imagine doing something like that to her. But to my own child, something that came from you, that's even worse. Like, it wouldn't be no, but it'd be slow. It'd be a slow, painful death. You know exactly. It'd be a slow, painful death. You know what I'm saying? And that shit, yeah. And that shit there is crazy, dog. Like that's the type of shit that makes you just. That's why I say, like, I'm always real cautious because you never know who the fuck you next to. You never know the people that you're around. Like, I mean, unless you know the people. But like when I be out in public, I say you just never know. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just like, man, like that shit blows my mind. You know what I'm saying? It'd be on some of that, what was that, law-abiding citizen type shit. You know what I'm saying? It'd be one of them things. Look, we finna set up a whole facility. We gonna have some fun. That's the type of shit we gonna be on. But let's end this shit on a happy note. These Astros finna take this game. The Rockets won tonight. It's still a good time in the city. The Texans still gonna beat the Seahawks, even with all the controversy, even with all this bullshit they trying to infiltrate us with. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Fucking chocolate milk got me burping and shit. Texans still gonna win. We still gonna buy. We still gonna do the damn thing. So, yeah, I started deforming, didn't go to practice too. I'm telling you, it's the dreadlocks, man. The dreadlock gang, man, they be on some other shit. Of mice and men. Man, it's It's been a minute. Cause I want to say that I have. I'm familiar with the title. Is that the one with the guy? I think he was a little slow, and he didn't realize he had killed someone or something like that. It was something like that. It's man. I'm seriously thinking about it. I'm seriously thinking about. Oh man, shit. It's been too long. Let's not even talk about that. I didn't probably look. I didn't probably caught a fade, but since before I had a fade, it's been about that long. You know what I'm saying? Or I ain't catch a fade, maybe threw a fade. But man, yeah, like I say, yeah, I was trying to remember. It's been a minute. Like I say, Chuck, I'm trying to. I try to keep my nose in a good book, but I really don't read a lot of. I don't really read a lot of fiction books. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll have to hit a real number for me to really consider that shit. To really consider that shit. 3K might not be enough, man. That's a bet for Roach, man. You be careful out there, man. But like I say, let me go ahead and get up out this bitch. But I appreciate y'all falling through and fucking with me. Chet, man, you coming in when we finna bounce, man. Man, yeah. So, but before we slide about this thing, I just want to say thank y'all. As always, man, y'all come through. Y'all spend some time with your boy. Like I say, time is of the essence. And the fact that y'all spend it in rock with me, man, I appreciate that. Y'all can be doing anything in the world, man. And the fact that y'all fuck with the flavor, man, I truly appreciate that. Y'all the freshest motherfucking ingredients. Y'all already know how that goes. Y'all stay saucy. You know, y'all have a good time this weekend. The Stros in town. It's World Series. Like I say, it's just a good feeling. But y'all be careful out there. You know, motherfuckers be wilding out and shit. You know, people gonna be out having a good time after we get this victory. You know, them Stros hoes gonna be everywhere. So pull y'all the Stros hoes. Y'all get y'all some action. Stroke it twice for me. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I'm on that faithful shit. But man, I fuck with y'all, man. I fuck with y'all. Yeah, that's a bet. That's a bet. I'm finna jump on this plate real quick, and then I'm gonna jump in the chat, and then we gonna and we gonna talk business. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna chunk up a deuce. I appreciate y'all for fucking with the flavor, man. Y'all stay saucy. I'm out. Y'all have a good one.